Hi guys, my name is Ronald and today I will be leading you through a 20-minute flow designed to help you ground during these challenging times. So go ahead and grab your mat and let's move. We're going to get started in a comfortable seated position here on your mat. You can place your hands wherever they're comfortable and allow yourself a moment to close your eyes. From here, tune into your breath, noticing your inhales and your exhales. Taking note of whether your breath is long and deep or short and shallow. Whatever it may be, don't cling to it. Don't judge yourself for whatever shape your breath may have in this moment. Just observe it. Allow yourself to draw a deep breath in. And as you exhale, sigh it out. 2 more breaths just like this. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Last one here, deep breath in. And let it go. Slowly begin to open your eyes. And from here, we're going to move into a tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists and grounding each one of your fingertips down and towards your mat. You're going to tuck both of your feet in towards your mat, and as you draw a deep breath in, drop your belly, lifting your gaze. As you exhale, push into your palms, curl your hips up towards your chin, tuck your chin in towards your chest for cat. Inhale back into cow, dropping the belly, lifting your gaze. Exhale, move it back into your cat. You're going to continue moving with your own breath, going at your own pace. With your next exhale, I want you to shift your hips back, untuck your toes, reach both of your arms out in front of you, and find me in a child's pose. Allow yourself to draw 1 deep breath in here. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. With your next in-breath, shift back up into your tabletop, stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists. You're going to tuck both of your feet in towards the mat. As you exhale, you're going to hover and hold your knees for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, push it back into your downward facing dog. From here, you can put a micro bend in your knee, ensuring that your feet are about hip distance apart. You're going to ground down through your palms, really focusing on placing your weight in that index finger knuckle. You're going to internally rotate both of your arms in towards each other. And if it's comfortable for your neck, you can bring your gaze back in between your knees. You begin to find movement here since this may be your first downward dog. Alternating between bending the right knee and the left knee. With your next exhale, begin to find stillness. And with your next exhale, walk both of your hands back towards your feet, finding a forward fold here at the back of your mat. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. So if you're unsure of what that is for you, you can bring both of your fists to touch, bring your thumbs to touch, and then place that in between both of your feet. That should be about hip distance for you. You can put a slight bend into your knees, giving yourself a little bit more space here. Exhale, opposite arm grabs opposite elbow, and you tuck your chin in towards your chest. You can sway from left to right. And as you exhale, plant both palms back towards the mat, Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, you're going to walk both of your hands up to the top of your mat, finding a high plank here, pushing into your index finger knuckle, rolling up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your hips up a little bit more and drawing your navel in towards your spine. You're going to engage your shoulders by drawing your shoulder blades down your back and lifting your heart ever so slightly forward. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, drop your knees down towards the mat. We're going to shift forward just a little bit as we bend into our elbows, creating 90-degree angles, squeezing our shoulder blades back. Exhale, push up into your King Cobra, untucking both of your feet, lifting your chin up. As you exhale, shift back into your tabletop, tuck both of your feet in towards the mat, lift up and through back into your downward facing dog. Allow yourself to draw one breath in here. Then as you exhale, extend your right leg up back behind you. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. Step it in between both of your hands. May take a couple tries to get there. As you exhale, drop your left knee down towards the mat. Sweep both arms up overhead. From here, I really want you to focus on knitting your low ribs in. So draw those low ribs in by engaging your core, making sure your hips and shoulders are in alignment with each other. You're avoiding dipping into that front belly and arcing the low back. As you exhale, you'll windmill both hands down towards that right foot. Lift the left knee up off the mat. Firming the left knee in. Sweep both arms up overhead for your crescent warrior. So same thing here, you're going to avoid placing that tilt in your pelvis and instead scoop forward a little bit more to help you knit those ribs in. And both arms can extend up towards the sky, or you can bring both hands down to heart center. As you exhale, windmill both hands down. Pour your weight into your palms, shift your right leg back, find the high plank. As you exhale, shift back into your downward facing dog. Allow yourself to draw one breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Extend your left leg up back behind you, bend your knee, pull it in towards your chest, shift forward, step your left foot in between both of your hands. Drop your right knee down towards the mat, then sweep both arms up overhead. Again, being mindful of your pelvic floor, knitting your low ribs in. As you exhale, frame the left foot with both of your hands, extend your right knee up off the mat. With your next inhale, lift both arms up towards the sky, or you can bring your hands down through heart center as you engage your core to keep you in alignment. Exhale, windmill both hands down towards the mat. Step your left leg back, find your high plank. Shift back into your downward facing dog. One breath in here. Exhale, extend your right leg up back behind you. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Step it in between both of your hands. Drop your left knee down towards the mat. Sweep both arms up overhead. This time, we're going to add a little bit more of a challenge so you can draw your hands down through to heart center. As we exhale, we'll extend that left knee up to rise. And you're really going to focus on that right foot, making sure you have a 90-degree angle. But I even want you to begin to engage your hamstring by pulling that right heel towards the back of the mat. From here, spin your left heel down, bind your warrior two. So you're squaring both your hips off towards the wall behind you and sending both your arms out towards your sides. Flip your right palm up overhead, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill both hands down towards the mat. Step the right leg back, find your high plank. Shift it back, downward facing dog. Allow yourself to draw one breath in here. Then exhale, extend your left leg up back behind you. Pull your left knee in towards your chest, step it in between both of your hands. Drop your right knee down towards the mat. Extend both arms up, then draw them in towards heart center. From here, engage your left knee and come to rise up into your crescent warrior. You're going to find engagement here in your left leg by drawing that left heel back towards the the back of your mat, engaging your hamstring here. One breath in. And as we exhale, we'll pivot and turn the right heel down. Extend both arms out towards the sides for warrior two. You can bring your gaze over your left middle finger. And with your next in-breath, flip the left palm up. Reach up towards the sky, then towards the back of the room. Reversing your warrior. With your next in-breath, you can windmill both hands down towards your left foot. Step the left leg back. Find your high plank. Shift back into downward facing dog. Allow yourself to draw one breath in here. Then as you exhale, drop your right knees down towards the mat. Come to sit down onto your heels, reach both arms out in front of you for child's pose. You're gonna have 2 breaths in here. Reestablish the connection to your inhale and your exhale. And on your next inhale, you can lift back up into a tabletop. From here, bring your right foot on the outside edge of your right hand. And you're going to begin bending into your right knee, finding a lizard lunge here. If you like to take it deeper, you can slowly begin to lower your forearms down towards the mat. Otherwise, feel free to stay up here. We're going to keep engaging our adducting the muscles of our right leg by pulling the right knee in towards our right shoulder. A few more breaths here. Then exhale. Place your right hand on the outside edge of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot towards the left wrist, making your way into pigeon pose, dropping the right knee down. You're going to start first by staying lifted here, and scoot the left leg back a little bit to give you some more space. Don't feel like you have to have the front shin parallel to the short edge or the front edge of your mat. Instead, you can bring that ankle back just a little bit more to give you more space here to stretch. Then as you exhale, you can slowly begin to lower. Make your way down onto your forearms if it's comfortable. Our pair of blocks, our book if you're at home. Really bring your awareness into the sensation of stretching. With your next inhale, slowly begin to lift back up. From here, we're just going to bring that left leg forward. That way we have both of our legs out in front of us. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Then guiding with the navel first, we're going to begin to reach down and forward towards our shins. Maybe your ankles or the outside edges of your feet if it's within your practice. With your next inhale, begin to make your way back up. We're going to bend our right knee, place our hands on the outside edges of our legs, and just lift back up into a low lunge shape with our lower body. You're going to heel toe the left foot towards the outside edge of your mat and find that lizard lunge again here. You're bending deeply into that left knee, making sure you have your knee stacked on top of your ankle. You're welcome to stay here because you can feel the stretch. Or if you like, you can lower down onto your forearms or block if you have one around you. Just take the stretch where you need to go. I'm going to bring it back up here. We're going to keep engaging our left knee by adducting it in towards the left shoulder. So you're not letting it splay out so much, but we're intentionally drawing it in towards the midline. With your exhale, you can bring your left hand on the outside edge of that left foot, heel toe your foot in towards the midline. Then over towards the right wrist, finding your pigeon pose here with your left leg. Don't feel like you have to have that shin parallel. You can bring that ankle back a little bit more. You really want to make sure that you're squaring both your hips down towards the mat. And push your right knee back a little bit more if you need more space here. After a few moments, you may feel your muscles relaxing and can slowly begin to lower down. Allow yourself to breathe deeply. And with your next exhale, slowly begin to lift back up. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. Just bringing that right leg up towards the front of our mat. We're going to go for this staff pose, or this L sit here, flexing both of our toes back towards our face. This time we're going to put a little bend in our knees, make it a little bit bouncier. And this time I want you to try to reach forward and grab your shins or your ankles. We're going to hold here for a moment. You may notice that since your knees are bent, you have a little bit more space. So you're welcome to grab the outside edges of your feet if that's accessible for you. Otherwise, place your hands wherever they're comfortable. I'm going to place mine on my feet. And then as you exhale, we're slowly going to begin to straighten and drop those knees. Your knees may not move much, but this act of just strengthening to stretch here provides an excellent counter for us. And make sure you keep flexing both your feet back towards your face. And as you exhale, you fold. With your next inhale, slowly begin to lift back up. Now we're going to come to lie flat onto our backs. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Cross it over towards the left. And extend your right arm out back behind you. You can allow your gaze to follow. Slowly begin to pull your right knee back in towards center. Send it down towards the edge of your mat. Then pull your left knee in towards your chest. Drop your left knee over towards the right. Lift your left hand up and then drop it out back behind you, allowing your gaze to follow if it's comfortable. Slowly begin to pull your left knee back in towards the midline. Now pull both your knees in towards each other. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch. Bring it down towards the mat for a reclined butterfly pose here. If you like, you can place both of your hands on the inside edges of your thighs for some added support. And allow yourself to breathe. With your next inhale, you can close those knees off and extend both feet out towards the edge of your mat with your palms facing up. Allow your breath to deepen, drawing deep breaths in and long breaths out. You're welcome to stay here in Shavasana as long as it serves you. When you're ready to come out of it, slowly begin to roll over onto one side. Put Push yourself back up into a seated position. And meet me in a cross-legged posture with the eyes closed and hands at heart center. Namaste.